Hi guys, today I'm going to be unboxing the Gouache by White Nights. So this is a brand which comes from Russia, and I don't know how to read this unfortunately. Yes, this is White Nights. You can see the details all around. Extra fine artist gouache colors, and these are 16 colors which are 20 ml each. And today we're going to unbox and see how this works. I really like their range of watercolors, so I am having very high expectations for their gouache. This is a brand new pack that I'm going to be unboxing, and let's try and see how this is. I really like the packaging so far, and these are our 16 colors. They look very bright. There is a yellow light, then there is lemon. This is written in Russian in English letters, but still I think it's Russian, and there's also in English, so I'm really happy about that. Then there are two zinc whites. That's interesting. And then there is that's actually very good because you use a lot of white in gouache, so this is a really good idea. Then there's an ochre light, there is a red ochre, then you get Madder Lake red, then there is just plain red and bright green, violet light, ultramarine, Prussian blue, and there is a green deep, there's a burnt umber, there is a burnt sienna, and there is a light lamp black. So there is a very good set of 16 colors over here, and now we are going to try and see how these are going to create. We're going to create a nice swatch set with this. I'm quite excited about how this is going to be. I am going to see if I need to put it on a palette or we can maybe directly create something from it. So I'm unboxing my first cup here, and they have a nice amount of color inside it. I won't say it's full completely, but it's maybe like 3/4, which is actually quite less than 3/4 in fact. Let's unbox another one. Yeah, so I guess that's how it is. So since it's 20 ml, so they have, this is probably a really big cup or a really big box, and that's how it's like half filled, so that way it's fine. So this is the white. Let's try out a little bit of that and create a nice swatch. The next swatch that I'll create will be with their lemon yellow. So it's very important to create your swatch set and maybe stick it inside your box. I'm going to stick it on the other side of this box, because when you want to use them, it's a good idea to know what you're going to be creating out of it. So this is a very nice color. You can see the consistency. It's already pretty liquidy and creamy, which is quite nice. So I'm going to take some, and I had like very less water, and I'm going to try and see. So with gouache you can also go like in a very watery format, at the same time quite opaque. So I like how the consistency is. Now we're going to create of the yellow light. So these are all pretty firmly packed, which is quite a good thing. I'm taking them directly off my bottles, and we'll also try a couple of techniques and see if it works well that way. Then the next one is ochre light. Oops, this is a pretty full box. I think it's just an air pocket at the bottom. I'll also have to mix them with some other shades to see how they are. This is a pretty light one. I think it's not very creamy. It's creamy, but then it's a little, I won't call it completely opaque. Now I'm going to try a red ochre, but I think for the price that it comes for, it's a great deal. I think this came up to about 1200 INR, a little less than that in fact. I think I'm going to like try and create a piece with these colors and see how it works. So let's take some. I'm going to create a pattern right now. Maybe like a beanie. I think that would be a great idea. The range is very good. So sometimes what I've noticed is some of the gouache mediums or some of the brands which are there, they work very well only when you add a lot of water. Some of them work very well only when you use it as a creamy and a very opaque medium. So I want to see how this would do. I'm now trying to use the same thing to create like a gradation within the first layer itself. This looks good. So this will dry out in a very nice matte finish, and we'll add our details. We'll use some white. We'll also use some, I think, yellow light, which is like a cadmium yellow, or also known as chrome yellow, and we'll try and create some details on it. So I'm going to use some of it right now to create. So I'm also putting some on my palette to see how the consistency is. It's quite good. This is almost dried. I'm waiting a few more moments for that to dry out. Till then, let's pick out our yellow and our white so we can add our patterns directly on top of the beanie. And that will help us to judge how good these colors are. Because with gouache, it's very important. You can go dark to light, light to dark in any way that you want to. So I think this would be a great idea to find out if it lives up to the expectation. So I'm going to create some patterns now. Oh, this is lovely. I think it passes. It definitely passes with flying colors in mind. If I can do this with any medium of gouache, or any brand I should say, then it works for me. I'm going to now create a small pattern on it. Maybe this requires some more color. My color seems to dry out really fast. That's strange. Okay. The pigments are really strong. My hands are getting dirty now. This is good. So they do sell these as artist range, so it will work much nicer, I think, if I mix the white with the yellow, or maybe I should wait for it to dry out a little bit. But for all practical purposes, I think this is perfect. It's a very good buy, especially for the price range that it comes with. So I think this is a great thing that you can invest in. It would be a good idea to do that. I'm quite happy with what I've bought. I love the colors. I like the finishing. I'll only have to work a little bit more to figure out how these colors work best for me. And these are much better than, I think that I have a couple of more brands, and one of it turned out to be a student range, which I did not like. I love the Winsor & Newton. That's by far my absolute favorite. But for your trials, for something that you're just going to give a shot because of the price range, I think these are perfect for you to try out your different patterns with, and then move on to Winsor & Newton probably for your final ones. Maybe this would end up becoming my favorites after a while, but currently this is pretty good for all trials, and I'm definitely going to put up another video sometime after making something with these colors. So I hope this was useful for you to understand how gouache works and what to expect with the White Nights range of gouache colors. And I hope it helps you to decide which one you should buy if you're a beginner, or if you're an intermediate level, or if you're an artist already. So thank you for joining me today to watch this live, and I hope this helped you. Thank you.